Hello everyone, welcome back to what is going to be a Tabletop Thursday and not a Tabletop Tuesday because it was too hot to stream on Tuesday, and so we're here for Thursday instead. Hope everyone is keeping well, nice and sort of cool as much as you can. It's been really quite hot again. I have been out for a nice pub lunch with a friend and I'm a little sunburnt. You know when you just don't feel it, you can't really see it. It's just a little bit pink here. But it was really nice. It was really nice. So I thought I'm going to jump on and we're going to pretend it's Tuesday. Alright, let me just, I've changed the camera slightly. I have zoomed out a little bit. Right, bring this in. So I don't usually stream on a Thursday, but I'm making up for it for missing, right? If you're wondering like where my hair is, I've got a little ponytail. It feels different having it up for stream. I literally haven't taken it out, and it's going to be one of them hair buns. I've just got like a little pink hair, but I was in a little jumper, but I caught the sun. Such fun. So we're just going to sit and chill, as I said last week. So I missed Sunday's stream because I was at a con. It was really good fun. I got to see some lovely people and faces to names. I meet some new people as well. I literally didn't sleep properly on Friday night. And so I crashed on Monday where I didn't really sleep again. So Tuesday was very, very nice. And yeah, now it's a bit more manageable temperature to say here. But you can see the crons are cronning. I haven't added the base in checks yet. It does look pretty like cool there. He has lost a finger, which I have got. So the only ones I've got left are characters are these ones, which are the Overlord. Oh no, I completely forgot the other one. And this little doofer thing, which I always forget to pop. So we're going to paint them. We're almost done, so the goal is now to actually paint them all up and then go to Warhammer World and play a game. But I have got my Triax Stalker, most of the Spider that I need to do, and my Techromancer and 4 Scorpec Destroyers as well that I need to paint strip, which I haven't done yet. I'm just checking. I need one more Cryptophil, so basically I need to go and buy 2 more Cryptophils. I've got to see how this goes as well. I've got a bit of a poorly hand at the moment as well, because I've just gone blank. Royal Warden, yeah. Overlord, Royal Warden. I thought that, but I wanted to double check. So what I've done. So we're just going to do a little bit of painting. I'm not sure which one we're going to do first. Should we see which one we're going to do first? Should we skip to it? Whichever one we turn to, I should have just done that one. I don't remember what order they were in. I hadn't really thought. I was going to build, my friend has given me some Warhammer. I'm just flicking through the pages just to see. Have given me Overlord. Alright, we're going to the Overlord first. So, sorry Warden, we're going to go to the Overlord first. So I have got, as you can tell, I just opened these to, someone didn't shut the box, did they? I just yeet them across. That's alright, he won't know. That can stay down there, they're all on the spruce. So I have got these to build from my friend Astra Minotaurum. Well, I just basically just yeeted to the other side. That's okay. I thought I'd open them and have a look and see what we got. So it also includes, there are like little white decals as well. So they're not going to take too long. That could be like another kind of stream. I can only find the scraper. But I've also got this little funky thing which I will need to prime. So it was really good at con. So there's a 3D artist called the Rugged Gamer guy who also goes by something else, which I need to message him. And I got talking to him because I wanted to see him, but he didn't actually do a talk. And he gave me this little life counter thing, which I thought was like pretty cool for like could use it forever, like magic and that. I got talking to him. It was really fun, and he gave me loads of like little things to give out to people, which was really sweet. I know what I also wanted to do. Where is it? I wanted to see. I bought new batteries as well today. So we're going to test to see if this light is actually broken behind me, and then we will get started. So I'm doing a little bit because I did drop it and it's fully broken, so now it's like I'm pretty. Oh my god, I just realised I've been mute the entire time. Fantastic. Well, basically, I'll start again. Yo, Chesh, I've just realised I've been mute the entire time. That's pressing the blue button's not going to work, is it? So hello everyone, I'll start again. Oh yeah, it's definitely not going to work. It's not there. You could. Why did it tell me you couldn't hear me? You could hear me. Oh, okay then. I haven't been randomly talking. The past, however minutes I've been streaming for. 7 minutes. So you could hear me. That's fantastic. Yeah, it is. My light thing is dead. I thought so. How are you, Chesh? Have you recovered? Have you recovered? I mean, you were pretty full on, weren't you? You had con, and then you had to babysit, so... Brilliant! It's just OBS is lying to me. Because I could... Yeah, okay. I thought I clicked it, and I was looking at it like... It's gone grey. I'm glad. So yeah, so this actually is broken. But it was really good fun. I said it was really nice to actually chill. It was really sweet as well that people were like, oh, you're not doing a big cosplay this year. Like, are you not doing the competition? I was like... I'm literally dropping everything. I was literally like, I haven't... This is a really bad design. What was I saying? Yeah, literally I hadn't had the time to make a new cosplay, but it's actually nice that I could like hang around with people like Chess, like yourself, and not be like, I've got to be on a time constraint, stressed, have they got my song? Because sometimes they don't. Am I on the list? Because sometimes you're not. It was really nice. We are painting some Necrons, by the way. That's I've just ignored you there. I'm very sitting. He keeps hitting my poor sister right where she... Oh! Owie. How is she doing? Water point, like, how are you doing and coping? It was so lovely to see you again. That's what I really enjoyed about con. It was just like, I can just switch off. I haven't got to think, where have I got to be at a certain time? Or stress, is my cosplay going to hold up? Am I going to die in the heat? It was actually really quite nice. Let me just catch this up. That is not caught up there, YouTube. That's really far behind, but okay, doesn't matter. There, that's not too good. Oh, these keep slipping off my head. But I hope you had a nice time anyway, like at con. It's nice to be able to like to see and to chat to you again and have fun. I was still there, not been able to rest yet, but we'll hopefully home by Monday. That's the thing, you've been straight into it, haven't you? You were literally at con, and then you went straight into like babysitting. You haven't had a rest. It killed me, not gonna lie. I think because it was just so hot, wasn't it? It was so hot. Let me just sort all of my tabs out because they're not right. It was just, I admit, like when I went back to the room just before the raffle, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like was like, this was a bad mistake. I was like, you know, you just want to crash. But it was so good to see you again. As always. was just nice to hang out, see people, faces to names as well, like the people, like we call it like the Discord lot, the ones who are playing like Magic. I was like, I know the names, but now I know the faces. That was like the first time I've managed to go to a con and just switch off and be like, I don't need looking after in my cosplay. If you know what I mean. That was quite nice for a change. I bet. Oh, I can't believe you almost as well, like the bus changes as well. I was like, I then thought, oh, I could maybe take you back, and I thought, I've literally just had a Malibu and, no, not Malibu, Bacardi and Coke, so I was like, I can't even offer to take you back. I felt so bad, but I'm glad you managed to get, the bus was running. Oh, you can't really see that. Oh, that's, oh yes, of course it would be. I'm just gonna try and move it because I hold this here. At least you managed to get on it, and they're so good that they're actually like all the time. We're not used to that. I swear it was hotter this year as well than it has ever been. As well. But Saturday was just like, I'm so glad, because I think if I had a bigger cosplay, I think I would have died. Like, it's just been excessive. Imagine what it was like on Tuesday if that was at con. Jesus, there'd been some people who had been ill. No, so I'm just running a dog, even though I'm only... Oh, that would be fun. Well, it's entirely up to you. You can always see, like, how you feel. Because I'm like... I have to travel in. But I only did one night, but then I was just like... It will still take me like an hour to get home. And you know what I did on the Sunday night? I was like, I went and stopped in McDonald's, and I said to my friend on the way home, and I was just like, I'm going to keep my entire Hobbit outfit on, and I did. I went into McDonald's. It is, apart from the Hobbit feet, because I was driving, so obviously can't really drive in my big old Hobbit feet. I was committed. And I did a little video where I like just came out and I was... Yep. It was 35 degrees hot. And that makes a lot of difference, doesn't it? I mean, I was in a big cosplay last year, but I think I would have just died. Like today was nice. It's sort of like I sat outside and I still managed to get burnt. I don't understand, because I wasn't even facing the sun. Let's go in cosplay. Oh, I was so confused at times. It was a fancy dress party. They didn't even bat an eyelid. I mean, I was the only one in there. There was a couple of lads I pulled up, not directly beside them, but there was like some lads in the car, and I was like, well, this is gonna go one way. I was the only one in McDonald's. To be fair, this was probably about midnight. Didn't bat an eyelid. To be fair, they're probably used to seeing a lot worse at that one. Yeah! See, Tesco's, completely different, right? Whereas McDonald's, they're just like, oh, here we go. Yeah. They're like, McDonald's has seen it all. Just trying to paint. I should have bought another one of these, but I haven't. Well, we're wobbling, but we're wobbling. So there won't be. I keep thinking I need to put a stream schedule up, right? But I keep forgetting. So I will be streaming tomorrow night as well, because, well, actually I need to find out what the plan of action is with some people, because I've got a couple of friends coming up for a friend's party on Saturday, and I'm like, if we might be, I might see if we're gonna meet up in the evening. So we'll see. Tauba. Elbow cough. Poor Tao. Poor Tao. They get all the hate, don't they? Poor Tao. Welcome in, Jammy. Welcome in. So I should be streaming again tomorrow. I will chase it. There will not be one. Oh, that will be very unlikely to be one on Sunday, because that is my mum's actual birthday. And then there will be one on Tuesday, and then there won't be one on. And then I can't stream any other day next week. I mean, I'll push. I may be able to stream on. Let me think what's happening. Maybe on Monday night, because then I can't do. That's an orb. Tuesday and Sunday next week. And then for a week we'll be fine. And then a week we won't be fine. I tell you, like my July, like I had a couple of my friends, they're like, oh, when can people meet up and we'll go a beach day? And I'm like, yeah, until August. It's when I have my next free day. Makes me sound important, but we've got big mama. We had my little Winston's birthday. I know I said I'll set up a camera, but I haven't obviously done yet. I actually want to buy another webcam, probably the same as this one I've got, but the newest one. And then I can set up like my phone to view as well. But it is Mama Crazy's got a significant birthday. So she knows things are happening, but she doesn't know what, especially as the phone calls today have been like a lot. So we are cheating. I'm not actually making her a cake this year. It's because I won't have a chance to make one for her actual birthday on Sunday, so I've just bought a red velvet one. And then to say, then we're sneakily taking her away, come back, then we've got family, and then we have a big family barbecue on the Sunday. I won't have time to make one, so I went and bought some today, just because life is a lot easier. Is over here? Okay. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. It has kind of thrown people off. I don't actually stream on a Thursday. I'm only streaming on a Thursday because I didn't want to stream on Tuesday. Not gonna lie, because it was so hot. Thank you so much for the sub. Much appreciated. Got that feeding child sub. No worries at all, Chesh. I'm glad you're still hanging in there after con. Hanging in there. Barbecue. Yes, we've got a big family, because she will be quite. We're calling it a significant birthday because she doesn't want to admit how old she is. A lady never tells, right? A lady never tells. So we're starting off on Sunday with, well, actually it's her birthday starts on Saturday. We're taking her for a haircut and colour. and then I've got to come back and work, and then I'm going to go off and have my friend's party. So that's why I'm like, I'm not sure what's happening, because other people are coming up specifically for it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then the Sunday is when pub lunch, and then we're taken away to Bletchley Park next week for a couple of days, and then, which is where the Enigma machine was, where they cracked the codes during the war. It sounds really weird to take her to, but no, she's really wanting to go there. And then I come back, and my sister's coming up with her little family, and then literally we come back, they're coming up, and then we have a big family barbecue. I say big, it's going to be like 12 of us now? No, there's more than that now. 15. Potentially. That's rather warm. Now it's like winter. It completely changed, right? So like at work on Tuesday, my work read got to 35 degrees Celsius. 35. The next day, it had literally halved. To be fair, I got sunburnt today. Not intentionally. I sat underneath a parasol, an umbrella at the pub. Not even facing the sun, and I've got a nice pink face. Work that one out. You say thirsty like we say thirsty. Are you Norfolk pudding? Norfolk pudding? I have just been. I'm not from Norfolk, but I have just been to the Norwich Anime Con. Thursday. What about Tuesday? Wednesday. What did I say today? It came out really broad, and I can't think what it was. I know I say like proper. It's apparently down south. Down south. I was like, what the hell is that? It's my paintbrush reflecting on my glasses. Apparently 16 hit right. I don't actually know what it is right now. AC is the way. I need to get a little unit. I've got a tall fan, but I do actually need to buy, I can't even spell where I'm from, a little AC, you know, like a one you can plug in to the socket, because we don't get AC here in this country, do we? BBC weather says at 10 o'clock it will be 16. Oh, and on Sunday it's meant to be thunderstorms. Such fun. That might change. That was gone from Wednesday. I don't even know what the actual proper one is. Go in the Met Office. The Met Office is a little bit more. It says it's 23. Fuck off, I don't want that. Oh, it's today's 23. Oh, it's 16. Feels like 15. At 10 o'clock today. Brilliant, fantastic. It was so hot. One of us! You got 16. Webbed feet, more like. Oh. Fantastic. What I say about researching turns out was only... Was it a week? If you went buying one, the higher the BTU. Okay. Because I can only get like a little, you know, plug-in one. Plug in the wall, because we don't get ones that, you know, big Americans are like, every year that being like online Americans like, you don't know, we're used to like ridiculous temperatures. So yeah, but you're used to it. For us, because our humidity, which way around is it? If it's high, it was like 40 humidity or something, which means there was like less water in the atmosphere. Is it that way around? The higher the feel. I think I googled it. It was like on Tuesday, it was like 46% humidity, and in the summer, generally in Britain, it's like 50, 60, something stupid like that. So it was really, really too much. I got this in every room in my house. Best thing ever bought. Oh, that's pretty good. from the UK. It does, doesn't it? That's the thing, if you can get like a little AC unit, I know my friend has just recently bought one like on Amazon. I know you can get one that you can actually put like ice packs in, and obviously then that really cools it down and then it blows that out. I might get one of them. And then you think, this is probably it, this is probably... We've probably had summer. That's the thing. And because like our houses are like wood. Not wood. I mean, I say wood. I was thinking of a cabin. Like not like wood is what I'm trying to think as well. Like, you know, we are brick and we have insulation because we're designed to keep us nice and toasty in the cold winters. And now we don't really get cold winters. We get freaking hot summers. Probably also the wrong time of year to try and buy an AC unit, isn't it? Everyone, probably the price as well up. Maybe I'll wait and just suffer it through. I'll see how I go actually. And buy one in the sale. You know, like when winter's coming. With the exhaust tube thingy. I'll have to look into it because there's had to be one that I can like a mobile one because we don't have such delights. I'm not exhausting. I think I know what you mean. Good old Amazon will tell me. But I'll look for the higher the thing, the better. That's good to know. I've just been sort of unburned. Technically though, I can buy it as a business expense. Because I definitely need one at work. And then you could be like, well technically I need one to stream. Technically that's also a business expense, so... Never was. Oh, you've got proper ones! Oh my god, I was just thinking like the plug and go that you can put into storage. That is living the dream. Just checking how I've done his belly. Fortunately, I can't afford £11,000 on an aircon unit. I've just realised how much paint I've got in here. This is not very good. I must admit though, when I went on Monday, we went into Norwich to go and actually play some Warhammer, and the place clearly does not have AC. Oh my god. And you think a place like that might be better off if you get more drift, if it's a little bit cooler. But luckily in the room we were the only ones there, and then a magic tournament was beginning. So that wasn't actually too bad. Eat cress. I love that. Having a laugh. I have a proper one that you can plug in. Need to attach the tube to it and direct it out the window. I know my ex used to have one which you could plug in, and then you had the, as I said, like the freezer packs were about this big, and you didn't need an exhaust for it. But I know my friend just bought like a 180 quid one, which I think had the exhaust thingy. They were going to bring it to con. Yes, it was Athena! I thought I'll see if you're paying attention. Yes, it was Athena. You used to go and play at the games table, but obviously that does not exist anymore. Sadly. But yeah, that was quite hot, but then to be fair, Monday was quite hot. If they have got aircon, I would not like to have been on there on Tuesday, because Monday, that was quite hot. And say, it was just in the upstairs in the magic room, there was just the one Warhammer table. in that room as you walk in, and then they had like the back bit opened up and some other people went in to play Warhammer. What do you think about the pedestrianization? That is a good word. That is a good word. The city centre, I'm thinking like, do you mean like, I'm not from Norwich, but the middle bit like where Primark is, or is, I think it's still there, isn't it? I don't really go often. Ah, there's 2 people, how amazing, 2 people in from good old Norfolk. Slow you down. Oh, okay. I was like, oh, this is quite good. Pedestrianization. I was literally thinking, maybe they've changed it. I can imagine trying to drive through the centre would be quite a pain in the bum. Or the worst bit, I can't think where it is. It's like near Marks and Spencer's and McDonald's. That bit, I imagine, is a pain because everyone just walks across the road. But I don't know, Athena might have aircon. They had the door open, which was nice. Because that was where we were. Slow you down, bruh. Going too bloomin' quick. Slow you down. Drink his part in a car park and walk around city. That's true. That's true. Annoyingly, I used to have a friend who used to live on the riverside in a flat, but I didn't go. I wasn't here. I was up at uni, and that would have been absolutely perfect. It's a bit far, to be fair, but I still walk. Good evening from Germany. Welcome in, Goose. Welcome in, Goose from Germany. That's just when all my German has just left my entire brain cell. See, how's the painting going? It's going well, thank you. Only thing in my head German is in my head right now is Entschuldigung. Every other piece of German has just left my mind. I do apologise. And it's been replaced with Swedish. I'm going bra tack and I'm like, nope, that's Swedish. Danke! There we go. I knew I'd get there. That makes me sound like I know a lot of languages. I really don't. I think I'm getting it where I want it. Flats, hopefully not the scuzzy ones. Yeah, the ones that are really fancy, then they're back onto the river. That probably costs more than a house to purchase. I think the one near the fancy bridge. I remember it's like near the football stadium. She's not there anymore. She's not even in the country anymore. That's like, god damn. I could have parked there. I think they have underground parking anyway. Oh, I did just paint the inside. Entschuldigung. It's actually the only piece of German that I could currently think of right now. It took me a long time to even think of Danke. I'm so sorry. We are, to be honest though, English are a lazy nation, right? everyone learns English. Why do we need to learn any other language? I did. I tried to learn because when I did 2 weeks around. That doesn't sound very exciting. 2 weeks around Europe, but I've started in Holland. I can't even think of the name. Landed in Amsterdam. Went to The Hague. Went to Amsterdam. Went straight to The Hague. Hague to. I can't think it is right now. Somewhere near The Hague as well. Then saw some tulips, and then from there went down to Brussels, and then across to, which order was it? Cologne, Dusseldorf, Frankfurt for a day, and then back up to Amsterdam. So I tried, because I was about almost a week in Germany, so I tried to learn some German. Almost had to pull out the Entschuldigung, because as we were coming onto the train to the stop that we needed, somebody stood up and just stood up in the middle of the aisle, blocking it. At that point you're like, they're not even moving and the train has now stopped, so you have to turn around to get off. But you couldn't, because the train was up bloody quick. By the time we got to the other end of the door, the train had moved on, so we literally missed our stop because this person just stood in the bloody way. For no reason. I've been there for a long time, basically finished my schooling there. And then they moved back here! Oh, that's pretty cool. That's amazing. And that's also really hard, because you think you're not from here, and then you learn the language. That's impressive. That was a couple of years ago. This was before COVID. And it was literally all, so I flew in Norwich to Amsterdam, because it's just quicker and easier. And I'm not keen on flying, and the person I went had never flown before. So I was like, I don't really like flying. Let's not go down to London. Let's just go hell the expense. And then we'll just see. Because if they're going to be slightly freaking out, I'm going to be freaking out. And then just trained. It's called... What's the train called? Safest mode of transport. And it was fun. When we got from Amsterdam to The Hague, and I can't think what it's called, is it? What I went to. Somewhere else really, around The Hague and somewhere else. You had like a double-decker train. I was like, what the hell is this? So obviously we had to go upstairs on a double-decker train, because who has a double-decker train? And then the fast train from Dusseldorf to Frankfurt, I'm sure it's that way around, correct me if I'm wrong, was just like, we're going how fast? In kilometres, obviously. What's it called? I can't think what it's called, but there's like trans train or something like that. I can't think. So you just buy a pass. So I bought a pass, and you could have it for like, if you're going to do 8 trips, and it includes everything. So you don't have to buy individual train tickets. You just present this ticket. I can't think what it's called. Like Alpine? No, not Alpine. Trans Euro train or something. Probably another one like Euro train. And then you just present this ticket, and we thought, oh, how do you explain in English, in their language, what this is? And then the ticket person just writes on it, and you go. And that also included the high-speed train for the day to Frankfurt. I think you can have like so many selections. So if you like for 2 weeks, I thought, well, Amsterdam to wherever it was, and then also to The Hague, and then to Brussels, and then to Dusseldorf, Cologne, and back. So we had like extra 2. This was pretty cool. Eurobahn. That's gonna annoy me what it's called. Something. Double-decker. Double-decker train, right? What's an Eurobahn? Euro train. But I recommend it for travelling. I think it's literally called Europe. But maybe it was the Eurobahn I went on. It was like the fastest train. It was doing how many hundred and something kilometers an hour. That's not what I clicked on. Eurorail. Oh, maybe it's been taken over by another company. Eurail. EU Rail? Something like that. Oh, you know. Highly recommended. So you can buy like, here we go, passes. Global pass, about Euro, one country pass travel. There we go. EU rail. Pretty cool. I hope that helps. Those trains are crazy fast. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Right? It's like being on the Eurobahn, like, what is it, like the car. Well, that goes really fast. And it was just like, we're sitting there and you're like, this is going at 130 kilometers an hour. I don't know what that is in pounds and ounces. 130 kilometers to... It was something mad, and it was just because it had like a digital thing. It was like 80 miles an hour. Maybe it was going up than that. I don't know. That doesn't seem very fast for a train, does it? 80 miles an hour. I don't know. I don't remember. This was like pre-COVID, so this is quite some time. I think this was literally 2019. Yeah. I think because COVID was 20, wasn't it? And it was just like, how fast are we going? How fast are we going? What is this? This would be like, we don't go that fast. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, welcome in. Dragunok, welcome in, welcome in. Good evening. On our past Norfolk border, we get we get Euro barns. We get a different kind of Euro barn. Yeah, the Norfolk border. Oh, that's what you can tell. How many toes and webbed feet? But yeah, I love to travel. That was quite fun. So this person had never ever, who I was traveling with, the ex, let's be honest, never been on a plane, and never had left Europe. And it was really good fun. I just Airbnb'd it. It was really easy because you just basically you just needed euros. And then when I did a 2-week cruise, it's like, Jesus Christ, I need like a bazillion krone, because you're all different, like you're Danish, you're Norwegian, you're Finnish, you're Swedish, every krone possible. But also you have the post office card. I love to travel. I'd love to do another trip like that. I was literally just 2 weeks and I just planned it. It was incredible. What also seems to be would be like really nice would be why does this appear bigger on there than it is on there? I don't understand. We're gonna zoom in. Yeah, I'd love to do like another. This is when I try and struggle to get it in on the. There we go. It's easy to spend money with foreign currency. It doesn't register as money in the brain. It's true. 100 euros. Pff, that doesn't. It's monopoly money. Doesn't exist, right? But it's true though. Unless you've got like a travel card, then it kind of gets a bit more real. But when you're just like, yeah, cash, it's not real. Giant Necron. It's a giant Necron now. Oh, I need to get some more of those rune bras. I'm definitely going to run out. Oh, I am even struggling. Put that on there. But I haven't got any trips planned. Is anyone else? 38 viewer scales. Oh my god, that's incredible. I just saw 38. Anyway, let me go to the raid. Let me go to the raid screen. We have a raid over on Twitch. That's incredible. Okay, we've got a dead Necron. Dead big Necron now. There we go. Wow, scales. That's incredible. Welcome in everyone. So I am streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. Apparently it's telling me I have 69 viewers all of a sudden on Twitch. That's a good number. Apparently so. It's telling me I was 69. That's incredible. Welcome in, Scales. Welcome in. Yo, thank you, Mom Brat. Thank you for the follow. Let me give the fantastic Scales with. There we go. With the raid. How was your stream? Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. So everyone who is new, especially like on my YouTube or from the fabulous raid. Apparently I have got 71 viewers on Twitch. We've gone up from 69 to 71. That is incredible. Scales, that is incredible. That's amazing. Congrats. I don't usually like to look at how many raiding in, but that just caught my eye. We had a raid of 133. Wow. Totally deserved. Totally deserved. Well, thank you for everyone coming in. And thank you for bringing all the new lot. New lot and everybody. The new more faces like Pikachu. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for passing the raid on. How are you? How are you doing, my friend? If you're not following, especially YouTube might be confused right now. I am streaming live on both Twitch and YouTube. We just had an incredible raid by the lovely Scales. Lovely Scales has been with me from the very start of all my streams. But this is me, so if you're confused and you're new here, but she has a paintbrush in her hand. So I am Crazy MCR Angel. You can call me Crazy MCR Angel, anything combination. And this here is me in my cosplays. I have done all of this, all of these, all been made. I am Fallout cosplayer, content creator. Everything's kind of been on a bit of pause because my July is now really hectic. But I'm also paintbrush in hand. I'm doing miniatures as well. So I am into Warhammer. I have got Fallout miniatures as well. At the moment we are painting Necrons. I was going to build some Astra Militarum troopers, but I couldn't find my snippers. So, my clippers. So we're painting. The goal is to actually get all my Necrons fully painted, probably by October, November, and then go back to Warhammer World and play a game for the first time. I've been twice already, never played a game. The goal is to get them done and take them tabletop ready and painted. What's the streamer called? Root Bruce. Highly ranked to check her out. I'll try and keep that. What was she streaming? What was she doing? I'll keep that there. That's amazing. That's what I love. You know, you meet new people. This is why I love streaming. This is what I love. You know, because you never know who you're going to meet. And I've met some fabulous folks. Even by my content like Scales. So the Astra Militarum ones. Type of guard is... Oh, this is going to be really zoomed in now. Ah! That's my camera. Has slipped. There we go. Cajun Shock Troopers. So, the deal is why I'm going to be painting these is because... there we go, the other way. There we go. Is because... I said to my friend, I'm going to run out of things apart from I've got my Daughters of Cain to do. And he doesn't like painting. I said, I'm going to have to try and paint some, like, I've got a friend who doesn't like painting them. I thought, well, for content, I could paint them on stream. And then my friend was just like, I don't want to paint these, you can paint them. But they're also Astra Militarum. I've just got Death Corps of Krieg, and I'm like, do you think he'll forget that I have them? Do you think I can claim them? So that's how I've ended up with them. So I've never painted for anyone else before. It's not the way that I want to go, but I've done him a deal that I can take as long as I want and I can use them for content. And then he gets a painted army. To be fair, he paid for lunch today, so... in return. So I have, if you like Warhammer, I like saying this because it sounds really coded. I have AOS DOK, 40k DKOK, and Necrons. In other words, I have AOS, Age of Sigmar, Daughters of Cain, which I started on. I have 40k Death Corps of Krieg, and I have Necrons. Resident Evil, I was in her stream for the afternoon. Oh, nice that you were in Yep. In her stream is what I'm trying to say. Oh, fantastic. No, I wouldn't miss that. I literally got in like about 8 o'clock and I was like, right, and now I just need to put the shop in and water the plants and then stream. So I missed everything. How exciting. How exciting. Don't worry, I'll go there when I get the time. It is worth it. So I went 2 years ago and I was never in, I'd only just got in, this was probably May? And I'd only been starting into Warhammer in, hang on, I just need to bring this in to see what I'm doing. It's really hard to see. I can feel it all sliding off my head. Since that January, so 2 years ago. And then I literally only just went because I went to UKGE, which was, what was it, the end of June? Again, just to look around. My friend came with us and he'd never been before. He's not into Warhammer, but he really enjoyed it. So I went. I love everything miniatures. I would love a job in miniature world. In any form of miniature world. It doesn't have to be like Warhammer, like Doll's House, you know, or miniature lands. I'd absolutely love it. I love it so much, and so I like the idea of just looking. And so even if you're not into Warhammer, it's really fascinating to see all like the setups, the dioramas. This is really failing. Maybe we'll adapt this and paint this bit as well. I don't really want to do that way, but we'll do it that way. But it was fun. I really like it. Hang on, let me just find where I'm meant to be. Let's bring this back. There we go. Cadians. Thank you for the follow. Spond. Can I call you Spond? Thank you for the follow, my friend. I got the Acadia stands box on assembly. I'm going to convert them to Krieg though. Oh, Acadia. Cardian? What do I call them? Acadia. Oh, I love Krieg. I'm actually like, I have got a t-shirt of Krieg that I love, which I thought I'd wear, but it's currently in the wash. I love Krieg because being a Fallout, nuclear world, you know, the basically it's all been nuked. I like, that's gonna sound weird, that part of history. I love me some Necrons. Fantastic. Have you got Necrons at all? Have you got Necrons Bond? Greater the Infinite Emperor. There's pattern emerging. I love TKOK. I think I've got 50 other Kriegers in the sprue. At UKGE, I did buy the Death Corps of Krieg box set. Now I have put together a video, so it's a bit like it's a video of me like going, "It's the Death Corps of Krieg." I have filmed an unboxing. I just haven't been able to get round to actually doing a video on it yet. So I have done all the videos for it. I just need to put together and do an unboxing. Necrons. Yes, we're getting a Necron chant. We're getting a Necron chant everywhere. I love it. Necrons. A few. I switched to Death Guard. Oh yeah, fair enough. Oh, a bronze rust look. That must look quite nice. I don't quite know what I'm going to paint my Death Corps of Krieg. Why that took a while for me to say. I have bought some very attractive second-hand models of Death Corps of Krieg. Turns out they are actually quite a professional painter, and they make dice. And so, other half gives me some custom-made Death Corps of Krieg dice, and they are beautiful. They are move the top. They are the typical like blue. I can't do that without thinking of lovely Boris Johnson. So I have got 2 big tanks already painted in the lovely blue, Necron blue, and I've got 2 sets of the smaller artillery groups of sets of 3. So I spent like £100 on them, and I've just been bought as well Lehman Russ tank, which I'm very excited to build, because now I have a tank and I have the box set, and it's probably about 1,000 points. And you want to know how much it's cost so far? No, you don't want to know how much it's cost so far, because it's very depressing on how much that's all cost me so far. Minus the tank, because that was a gift. I'll take a visit. Assembling is annoying, but to be fair, don't blame you. Yes. Yeah, they can be quite fiddly. Like, it took me ages. I have got one horse here. This is part of the Death Corps horse. I can't think which name is now. It's an army that I'm literally learning. Dreyer? Lord Dreyer. Something like that. So I've kept them separate. But I have got some undercoat now that I can spray. I've got some white. Good is good. I have! Feel free. Feel free to use the Discord. I can put it in my YouTube as well. Let me know. Because sometimes this Discord link works and sometimes it doesn't. I have updated it. So it should. It just expired, even though it's not meant to expire. I can't even highlight it now. I mean, put the Discord if you're in YouTube and you want to come over to my Discord. Feel free. Feel free. I have got other links as well. Like I said, I am a Fallout cosplayer. There we go. Why do I post models? There is a section on my Discord for anyone who wants to join. I have got a tabletop section in my Discord, so that's where you can post all miniatures and models. I don't know where to pull out as different sections, so I have tabletop, so it is just tabletop games. But we mainly discuss like Warhammer. But I've got other people who don't do Warhammer and they've put other models in there, like D&D models or other little things. Why is that pinned by me? Why have I pinned You Got Discord? Because it's important. Yeah, we catch up. I don't know why this is pinned. Well, I've pinned my Discord and Twitch, so. Hello there, Maiden Fallout. Hello, GG. Welcome in. Well, hello there. A rare GG has appeared. Yo, GG. How you been? I've been good, thank you. Let me catch all. I'm reading the wrong chat here. Let me read the chat. Right. Check if it's the 70s and over. Right, done. Right. I will try and do like little. I have got lots of like putting together videos. I just have not had the time. Literally, this is why I've not made a new cosplay, because my life has been really busy. So my July is like.
Citizens, nuclear strike imminent.
Please exit the area at your earliest convenience.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So my July is so busy, so I'm probably going to fall back behind with my content. But I've got videos like the unboxing of my Death Corps of Krieg, and I've done some assemblies of other models, maybe like Fallout ones. I've got to put together a more like clip my painting one of my Scorched Beast Queen as well, which is, she's not here and she's beautiful. Don't think about the cost. I've got no time to hobby. I've got £1,000 worth of spruce sitting in my loft, Orc Space Resource, Seraphon, Tyrants, all sorts. Well, hopefully, maybe it'll encourage you. Some people say they just sit along and paint with me. It's hard to get motivated. It's hard to get motivated, I must admit. Second hand is the way to go. I've got a couple that need paint stripping. But then you kind of feel like, I like how my, I don't like how this one's going. I'll show you them in a second. I think I'll paint this one separately. Because it's so thank you. Thank you for coming in with the Discord link. I want to join the guy, I don't know Fallout franchise, but I love, but go for it, feel free to join. So this is where this is where Fallout. So for those who are new, oh, thank you for the posture check. Ah, new Kahoma, I've just looked on there. I don't always get these notifications. Let me just go get that. I have to keep, this is why I got to keep Twitch up. Well, I've literally just looked up, I almost didn't see that. So if you see any redemptions like the new Nuka-Cola helmet, be like crazy, go back and look at your redemptions. I've seen it. Let me go get it. And then we'll paint something. So big things like happen in my Fallout world. I'll go get it as I'm talking. What was it? The new check your this is what you need to say. Nuka-Cola helmet. Right, I'll make sure, because I've got 3. I've got 3 helmets. What was I saying? Yeah, so like last year I was invited down to the Fallout London staff meetup. I know the production, no, the, what's it called? I've got production dev. That's not his name, is it? Basically, they're head of Fallout London. I know personally, and a 2D artist. And then from that, I then got invited to the Mephidius Fallout Factions launch event. Fallout Factions is basically Fallout Warhammer. And then from that, I literally got back from that, and Bethesda had contacted me to ask me down to go to the Amazon premiere for the Fallout series. All expenses paid. And at UKGE, I was asked back by Mephidius to stand on their booth in a cosplay, which I did, and then I got given the Scorchbeast Queen model, which is freaking huge. She's not in here at the moment. She's back in the other room. And I will stop talking in a minute and put the helmet on. And that was pre-order. I need to check. I think it's. I'm just gonna get some water first before I put this on. And they gifted it to me as a £105 model. Shall I go get it? I'll show you. And then I'll put the helmet on. And it was only available for pre-order, so I was trying to like build it and paint it like really quickly. I have got to change the base. I tried to paint it. This is how big she is. She's huge. She's resin. That's the downside. So you can kind of see how I've painted the wing. I will get back to chat. I have, and it comes with 2 heads. But I've gone for the other one, and then this is the base. But I'm going to change that. So yeah, I'm quite there. And then I've came first. So the con I've just been to, I didn't bother doing the competition for. I came first. 2 years running. One is a vault suit. And then I made another vault suit for the finals, which was more for personal reasons, so I didn't get a placement. Second year I did my Nucatron, which is a Nucatron fridge. I came first, and then I had just done a Nuka-Cola Power Armor for the finals. And I came third, which is pretty impressive, the London finals. Bearing in mind, I can't walk in this, I can't move in this. Let me catch up, and then we'll get painting and do this. Subjects on. Throwbacks, definitely. Coffee out, what should I say? Sokum Joe's Coffee House. Yay! Join my Discord. It said if there's any suggestions that you want me to add, like I might split the tabletop and do like Warhammer, but I like sort of like the both. Oh, really like you. So I'm quite a good and like Mrs. Fallout, Tunnel Snake, and that they know me. Which is pretty, well, not know me personally, online, and I just think I'm being watched by Bethesda, so I need to get back into the content, but I'm literally from August. Mine is on the way, she's a massive Fallout girl like you. A ghoul like you, that's fantastic. Didn't mean to say that. Yes! Come here. Oh, I've got a ponytail. I don't know if that's going to fit on my head. Hey, it's a nice, you can power it. Thank you. It's been redeemed, I will put it on. I don't know if I can put a ponytail on with it. Let me take my hair out first. But it's lasting well. I'm going to have a nice kink in my hair because it's been up. I washed it and then put it up. So I'll put it on. So even put the little light on. It has got inbuilt fans as well. There we go. As long as you can hear me. But this is my Power Armor helmet that I made and I came. Can you hear me okay? I don't put them. Let me just put the mic down. Should we get on painting? This is the task. This is the task. Yes. I've done a mistake. I don't know where the paint is now. I will do the extra for you because I've just been chatting for about like 10 minutes. I know what I want. Let me see if I can find it. This is when everything looks the same. I think that says what I want. Yes, it does. Probably going to hear me breathing. That's brilliant. As if you wear full space armor. I have actually been mistaken twice wearing it that I am a space marine, and I'll take that. One time I was in we saw something pop up. Deity Animation Studio. I'm sorry if I can't really say that properly because I can't really see too well. Once I was at UKG, somebody was like, "Oh, Space Marine," and I'm like, "Okay." Not quite sure what Space Marine. Told her that you're a Fallout base, that you make all things Fallout, and well, she's a huge fan of Bethesda and their games, especially Fallout. We'll tell her she's welcome to join. So there's kind of like, I started, this is really hard. I started in lockdown, and then I never imagined that I'd be like really big, or the fact that Bethesda follow me. I've had, as you see, like the chair behind me, that's, I will not be able to really keep up with chat at the moment. I will get back to you. Overclockers UK, they approached me and was like, "Can we send you some stuff and then you promote it for us?" So they sent me which is a noble chair, and I've had 2 ducky keyboards which are Fallout, and it also came with the cushions. So they sent me the chair, was it the keyboard? I think they sent me the keyboard first, or was it the chair first? You know when you're like, no way. But it turned up. It turned up. And then they sent some cushions, but because the Nuka-Cola ones were out of stock, I could pick another set. And then when the Nuka-Cola ones were in stock, they sent me them. So I'm not an affiliate or anything for Overclockers. It was literally like, we send you this, you promote us. You do something with it, we'll promote you. Or we'll give you this for free if you promote us, which is pretty damn cool. I mean, I'll try to I can surprisingly see out of it okay. It's my other one, my actual bought one, is really hard to see out of. I mean, it can be hard to see, but it's not so bad because I'm in the light. But I wouldn't like to say I know exactly what I'm doing. That's not. So I'm just trying to go around all the joints. I'll just open my link up. She takes health and safety very seriously when playing. On here, wait. The microphone is just down. Is that any better? I feel like you're going to hear me breathing more than anything. It's a T6 Nico battle. Oh, it's bad. I made this! Alright. How am I doing? In the helmet, in that helmet. See, Chesh, at least you got away. You didn't have to be a squire and help me in this one. This is one that I wanted to bring to com just now, but I was just like, nah. Because I literally need 2 squires. So when I took it to the finals, I had 2 squires, I had 2 friends looking after me. And then when I went to UKG again, I needed 2 people. Because I can't trust myself when I'm in my power armor that I made. I can put the legs on and the feet on, and then my torso, and that's it. I can maybe put one lower arm on because it comes in. I made it so the arms are attached to each other just for easiness, but I still can't fully put it on. I then can't put my helmet on or take it off. And I need to be escorted because even I'm coming at them clearly dressed in a big ass cosplay, but people are still so oblivious that they will walk into you. And it's like, I am not going to move out your way. Move out of my way. If you know what I mean. I'll be like, you can see I cannot move that well. And I also made a nuka breaker, which is just behind me. Or behind the camera. Wait, how am I? Oh, it has a problem with that. I can't really see too well. There we go. There we go, Stabby. Thank you. I have a problem with doing that with it, which doesn't help, does it? So what? Someone to raid. Why do they raid right now? Scouts timed it. I tried. I bet that's fun making those things better. There we go. My petted Probear's helmet would be much more functional for painting. You can actually then see. I haven't even my squire whenever. Thank you, Chesh. You did an amazing job with my Nucatron. And then having to like turn my lights on in it. You did well. Oh, it's on there. Particularly the path. Yeah, my Nuka breaker. It is like really. If I put these on, because that's a bit slow. Let me switch. There. There we go. Even when I was like a big red fridge as well, that'd be like walking into you. So oblivious. Which is insane. But also in this, because I made this, my power armor and my Nucatron all out of cardboard and paper mache. I would love to do one that's foam, but I just couldn't afford it at the time. Why is that now coming up with that? My YouTube is so slow. Oh, I can't remember what I was going to go with that now. I don't know. I won't go on the settings to have more awareness than most of Norwich. Oh my god, I can believe that. Like, they'll come straight at you. And I'm in like this big old fridge, and you have to have like, I've got a spotter at the front and one behind. And people are so oblivious. It's just like, I am not going to move out your way. Or the worst is when I'm in my power armor. I can't see children. So only like I know that they're there in power armor, like when I stood at the Mephidius stall, because there'll be a parent standing there smiling, looking down, and I'm like, this is dangerous because I can't actually see them. I can see, like, so I'm sitting here now looking down. I can see here when I'm looking down. I can now see my hand. So when you've got a child who is standing below you, I can't see them. So I have to I have to do that? Hey, it's brownie now. That's good. Shit with a helmet on, like it's a normal thing. Absolutely normal for a Thursday night. I will go for longer because I chatted. Oh, I can't actually see where I painted. But there we go. So I'm just literally putting this wash on top, which I can't think what it's called right now, but Raffian grime, or however you say it. But yeah, so I made this one. I would love to do another big cosplay for con at the end of the year, but obviously then it just depends on space and time. Like I said, my time is so busy, my schedule at the moment, until like August. So that would be nice to then be able to get back into it again. So I'm just trying to bring it in so I can see. I can just hear my music now. So it adds just like a new like kind of like wash to it. As you can see. So you can tell I kind of like Nuka-Cola, right? I'm obsessed with like Nuka-Cola. Oh, that was my chair, just leant into it. But it is possible to breathe, so I was standing in here in my power armor for like 3 hours straight at the Mephidius stand. And people are like, how are you not hot? But luckily where I was standing was right underneath some aircon at the front to one of them giant Vault Boys, like statues. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen one in real life. And there was an aircon right above, and so it was coming straight down. Because my power armor, I have an Under Armour suit, which is just like a cat suit onesie thing. That's how I describe that. But because my legs are slightly separate, and I was just getting the air was coming down, but then coming back up. So it was slightly coming up my torso, because my torso isn't complete. So like when you look at the power armor, it sort of does that on your undercarriage, so we call it. It goes around your bum and around the front. It doesn't actually connect. So that bit I was getting a nice air, and I had 2 fans in the back because I built in having fans. And so they were blowing, but blowing warm air, and then they ran out. I've got them in here, in these earpieces as well. So I built them actually into the earpieces. But then you can't hear because it's blowing directly in. Crazy unstoppable force. I am. I'm that crazy. I had to get my chocolate milk. Oh, very nice, very nice. But yeah, this is quite sturdy. So I've got my little light. I need to put like a proper speaker. I did have a speaker that I bought, like a microphone amp. I want to bring it there because I can't even see. But it didn't really work. So in my front torso, I had built in this holder for my microphone, but it didn't really work. It was like, it didn't even amplify it. I think I need to make an actual hole, which obviously would help. But I thought it might help a little bit, but it didn't. But in my Nukatron, I built in 2 fans in the back and put Nuka-Cola on the back so you could see that sticking out. And then in the helmet again, I put 2, and I've got 2 in here and 2 in my back pieces. Got that baby catchy leather. No worries, Jess. Enjoy. Or try to rest up if you can. But he's looking good. He's looking good. So we take it off. It has been. Is it like 10 minutes or so? But yeah, this is the helmet. This is the helmet. And I have put in the like extra padding as well, just to obviously make it a little bit more wearable. That's not black. Try and find the black, Abaddon black. There we go. I'm not gonna lie, that was a complete guess. I was going for any of my paints on my rack that looked black because they're all been muddled up. So I was like, how many times will this find the Abaddon black? Because then we're going to do what I've been doing on the back is dry brush silver. I don't know what to do with the pipe. The pipe is a red. Should we try and paint? The best 5k stream points I've ever spent. Fantastic. I'm doing extra just for you. Just for you. Because I was yabbiting too much. But I've got my other friends who I went with con with. They're like, there's so many points. And then the group said as well, yeah, they were sat there waiting for me to stream. And then they had to like redeem it. They're all playing a game together and they're like, she's live, let's go redeem it. This is fantastic. I could make the light actually brighter. I can just see it shining, so I know that's not where I want it. Was it my Necron one hard? It's not surprisingly hard. But it just confuses people. When I've got my Necron on, they don't know where to look because it's just a big screen, like quite like a skibbity thing, but it's I see like a TV screen thing because it's meant to be like a monitor. It would come up saying like Nuka-Cola, and so it's like people are like, where is your head? Obviously in here you can guess my eyes are here. There we go. I'll give you about 10 minutes, wasn't it? I doubled it just for you. It is wearable. I had to have it on for like 3 hours. I left my helmet. I think my friends are going to sit there one day and they've said that they're going to be like, one will do one will do another. It's a fun little redemption. Because it makes me have to work harder. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, I definitely missed some bits. Every 5 coins. So I get you wearing a helmet. Fantastic. This will be like, you'll chime in next time and be like, she's turned it up to like 100. Definitely. There you go. I'll give you extra time. I have missed bits, but this is what is fun. Somebody said to me, I need like big goggles to make it even more harder to paint. So I just want to go along with how the hell I've got. We could always feel the temperature difference, like when you take it off, it's like, actually feels really cool. And I always forget, like when I'm wearing it, I don't actually have to smile in photos because no one can see me. I just see a picture of the red fish combo. Brilliant. That was me. That was all me, and I made it. I can put it on myself, but I need to have the bits on the table. Whereas I don't know if everyone can see it. Let's have a look. Was it hot in there? It's not too bad. After 3 hours when I was wearing it on the video stool, I think I was a little bit sweaty, but then I had like, oh, it didn't really get into my head. Like I have got fans, but obviously I can't really put them on because I put them on to start with, but then I couldn't actually hear, and when Mephidius were coming up to me asking me questions, and I'm like, or people would be like, "Can I have a photo?" and you go, "I don't know what they're saying," so I had to turn it off. So it's not too bad, but it does get warm in there. There isn't any like outage other than down, but like I have got this bit did get bent in transit to UKG, which I was a bit miffed. But like, I don't know if you can see, that's what it looks like inside. So the white things on either side are my fans, and so they just pop out. So I velcroed them in, and then they pop out, and they just recharge. So I did think that one through, but that's what it looks like inside my helmet. Because most people don't realise you don't see what it looks like. So it can get a bit hot. Thank you so much, Gatto Logic. Thank you so much for the follow. Was it for the helmet? Was it for the helmet? You should have one like at 50k for a full suit. Oh my word. I would struggle. There we go. You may have seen a picture of me just there. Let me come back here. I would struggle to put it on. I literally need assistance to put it on. Might need to be closer. When I'm in the helmet, it is hard because I mean I can pull the mic out because of like where it sits as well. There's actually stuff going on in there. That's cool. So I thought this through, and then there was this guy I follow. I can't think what his name. Croxion. And he's done. I can't think what type of space marine thing it is. I always forget which one it is he's done. Anyway, so he's done one, and then afterwards he was like, "Oh, he's built fans in." Really? Does it need to go in? Does it? No, now is that better? Shout down it. Is that better? And he's just built fans in after he's made his, and I thought, but you don't think of these things, and obviously his fans will be like 10 times better, but I purposely built in my fans as I went. But there is a one that somebody had, a really good fan, and I think it's literally called a jet fan. Oh my god, it's handheld, but it's incredible. It is literally like on the lowest setting. It literally, your hair literally just like does this. It's, yeah. You can buy them on Amazon. Because I was like, I need one of them. But I think if I had one of them in there, it would like catch in my hair. So that's another thing you need to do. But all of mine are USB chargeable. And I bought all my ones all just came from like a Temu. Because I was just like, that's literally the only reason why I'm buying them is to put them into my cosplay. But they do the job. It might just blow like warm air, but at least it's like a breeze. But I think next year I'm definitely going to go back and do their booth at UKGE. But I'm thinking of doing a slightly different. Like, I'm not going to go again as my power armor. That was just, I was like, I've literally just made this and taken it to London. And then there was like really weird as well. Like, I thought, oh, okay, you can tell it's definitely someone's in there. But as I stood there, people literally thought I was a statue in my power armor. They thought I was a statue. Which was like, what? So they'd be like, they'd be there, and they'd be coming up right up to your clothes, going, nah, there's no one in there. And then I'd move, and they like literally freak out. And this happened, I lost count, the entire 3 hours. I don't know how many, we're talking an incredible amount of people. And then there was another guy standing beside me in like a different kind of like Fallout cosplay. And it was hilarious. I could just hear him giggling all the time. Because people were like, oh mate, I love your cosplay. And then I'd move, and then I'd be like, oh my god. But it was fun. I literally scared people. So I'm like, obviously this looks good. This looks fairly like realistic, that people thought I was an animatronic, because I'd be standing there. So I thought, I don't want to just stand facing forward, you know, because I've got to stand pretty straight in my cosplay. So I suppose that's why I'm not moving. I was literally escorted to a spot, and then I didn't move because I can't see. And they put like water bottles down on the floor, and I'm like, can't see it. Or there was like they had props like laser pistol guns, Fallout ones, on the floor, and I was like, I don't really want to stand on them, but I can't see, so I literally stood still. I hardly moved. Sometimes I would be like, I was standing here for 3 hours, and I have 15 centimeter higher platforms in. To put that into perspective of my height, I can just walk under a door frame with my helmet on in full power armor. And I was standing there going left to right. I suppose it's quite rhythmical because you're constantly standing there to scan, because some people will stand back and take a photo, some people come up to you to want a photo, so I was like scanning back and forth, and it did work. People came in to the booth, because you could see them have a picture and then they come in, so I helped. And then I saw one person in the entire UKG in a vault suit, and I was on my way to go back. This must have been on a Sunday, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go to Mephidius booth. I was like, yes, because you'll see me in power armor. I was like, if you beat me, say you were sent here by the power armor. Also, I don't know if that's going to get you anything special, but just say, I sent you. That's what makes me look good. But it was true, like, people were coming in. I was standing there. That's clever. Is there holes or slits in the fan to draw cool air inside? I haven't got any on my power armor one. It's unfortunately it's enclosed, so it's just pulling in the air what's inside my helmet. But on my Necron one, a bit like the body ones, are literally built on the inside, so obviously it's going to just pump out more air. But on my Necron one, so on the sides of the helmet, because I thought to make it look like a fridge, so I got, so it was round, and I've got rectangle ones and the fan, so when you have the outside, it's got a little circle, so I printed off a Nuka-Cola symbol stuck to the outside, so they are on the, does that make sense? They're on the outside in a little silver frame, I guess you could call it a frame, so that is drawing air from it, so it's a little square. But people were like, oh my god, you need fans in there, and I was like, I've got 2 and 2, so I've done the same for the front and back to look like a fridge vent, because it looks like a fridge vent, if that makes sense. So that is drawing outside air in, whereas in my power armor it is enclosed. But people didn't realise that they were actually fans in my Necron. I was like, this is good, this is what we want. But it is hard to incorporate them. So I've literally just stuck them onto the inside of my power armor. But that's why I had to build like the typical earpieces. I had to build that around the size of the fan, which luckily kind of went with the perspective. But it's quite, I love it. And it has got so as you can see, it's just enclosed, so the fan goes in there for the earpieces, and then on top I have got some stars. You can see where this is bent slightly. So they are water decals by my mod / 3D printer guy, and on my power armor, you know, on the actual Nuka-Cola power armor, it has pictures of Nuka-Gal posing. Well, I went one step further, and I did my Nuka-Gal cosplay posing, and he printed that off for me. And then when I was at the Mephidius stand, Louise Sugden was there. She's the Honest Wargamers partner, if you know Warhammer. And then I just clocked it, I just turned, I was walking back to go into position, and she was like, oh my god, she's like, it's you! And I was like, it's you, because I met her at the Fallout Factions Mephidius launch event, so she was at the Mephidius booth. And I was like, I've kind of upped my game a little bit, and she was like, "That's amazing," and I was sharing her. I was like, "There's pictures of me on my arms," and then she's called some guy over. He was also at the event, and she's like, "Come look at this." It's like, thanks. It was pretty cool. So I have got plans to do some other ones, other cosplays. Oh, you know Louise Sugden videos. I was able to meet her. So at the Mephidius event last year, it was actually held at the Honest War Gamers venue in Nottingham. I can't think what it's called there. TG or something. I can't think what it's called. And he was there. And so I just thought, I was joking. I thought around thinking, oh, can you imagine if he's there? But it says it's like shut, and I was like, can you imagine if he's there? We walked in, and the Honest Wargamer was literally serving behind the bar. And I went in my Vault suit, so I was the only one who was a Fallout cosplayer who had been invited to go. And then I was standing there, and then all of a sudden, this girl comes up behind me. She goes, "Oh my god, I love your cosplay." I was like, "Oh, thank you." Then realising who she was, I was like, "Oh my god, I love your work too." And she's like, "Oh my god, this is amazing." And then for the rest of the evening, she kept taking pictures of me, and I had my little Vault boy with me as well, my little doll. And then I got a selfie with her, and I asked the Honest Wargamer. I was like, nobody else had come up and asked me because I was watching, and I thought, well, all she's going to say is no, but Louise was like, yeah. And I got a picture where they're holding the two, like, or a big, like, Vault Boy head cushion, and I've got Vault Boy. And then she shared it to her, I didn't know at the time, I was like, my Instagram is pinging off. It's because then she shared the photo and tagged me in it, and everyone was like starting to follow me. Well, not obviously everyone. I was like, oh my god, so she recognised me from the event last year, and that meant so much. But her work is incredible. It really is. Her painting is incredible. It really is. I'm not just saying that because she's like, you know, shared my stuff. But it's only by chance I went to that event and actually bumped into the guy this weekend. So, I don't know what she is, but I can't remember her position. But someone had shared on Twitter, like, looking for Fallout people. And I got tagged just by chance. My friend tagged me in this. And I was like, hey, I'm a Fallout cosplayer / content creator. And then that's how I got invited. Literally by chance. Literally by chance. And sometimes that's all it takes. And literally coming off the back of that, Bethesda were watching my account. I had literally come back, and a couple of days later Bethesda were like, we want to invite you to the premiere screening, but you're not allowed to tell anyone for 2 days. So the Mephidius event, it wasn't so strict. It was literally an invite only, and it was mixing with some I can't think of other YouTubers, but they were like Warhammer YouTubers. I can't actually open this. And was it somebody from Games Workshop was there? Someone quite high up was there. Yeah, she's also one of years ago. First Orc army she painted. Is she like I think she's called like the Savage Orc or something, isn't she? On her socials. Yes, new season in December, and I'm like, I really need to put my content out so I get invited again. But I'm kind of thinking, I wonder if Bethesda will invite different people. They probably will, won't they, to the launch event. I'm like, I need to get back in and get Bethesda to notice me, because they do like my stuff, and they do share my stuff occasionally. But I'm kind of also thinking, they're probably going to want to ask other people. Which is fair, you know, it's like, I've really been asked. I mean, I wouldn't say no if they asked me again. Just saying. Rogue hobbies, that's it. Well, I was thinking Savage Road Hobbies, that's what it is. It's crazy. She makes trolls now. But she actually makes stuff now. That's so cool. She is generally really lovely. And I think that helps. Like what you see in real life is literally her in like her videos. And same with him. It just felt really weird behind the bar. I was like, can I have a Coca-Cola? And I'm standing thinking, I know who you are. And now you know who I am. Like, he literally served me Coca-Cola. It's so strange. It's like... I come and feel like really tired all of a sudden. In fact, it's going to be a long weekend. It was quite a nice surprise to see her at the Mephidius booth. I was just there. And then, oh, who else was he? I can't think who else. What's his name? From, there was somebody else there. I can see his face. I can see the symbol. I can't think what it was, but he was there and I got to meet him. And that doesn't mean anything because I can't bloody well think of who his company is. We kept an eye out for Liam Dempsey. Didn't see him, but then he was actually at Warhammer World and there was a tournament on. I don't think he was in the tournament, but I know someone who was in the tournament. Oh my god, what was his name? I've also got Tabletop Tactics in my head and that is not correct. Miniature Wargaming, I think it was. That might not be the one actually. But it's definitely worth a visit. If you're into like sort of tabletop games, to go to UKG. It was the first time I'd actually been. And with Phidias, the same guy, the events manager, asked me last year, was I going? And I was like, I'd never heard of it before. And so he asked me again this year, like, well, it was last year, it was like, are you going? I was like, nope, didn't know it existed. He was like, how did you not know the biggest UK tabletop expo existed? I was like, I didn't know it existed. And then so this year he asked me to attend, which is pretty exciting. And they have said that if I ever want to go again to any event that they are at, I just message and then he'll get me, if he can, he'll get me in and have a ticket and I stand there. Because like you said, you know, it helps them. Like, I've given them coverage to say, you know, like the Squishbeast Queen, you know, you can pre-order that, or they do other models, like they're currently having a moving out sale, I think they're currently, or is it ended? So they don't just do like Fallout, they do Star Trek, Skyrim. Even if you've got no interest and you just want to like look at the models, paint the models. You know, they're pretty good. They've got lots. This is the way. Thing is, you don't even realise people probably found out when they leave. I say those things. I definitely fangirl. When I came across the Rugged Gamer guy, I was like, because I was at his stand and he had a 3D printed Master Chief controller stand. I was like, I really like that. And he was like, oh yeah, if you like it, you know, this is me, and showed me his lanyard. I was like, oh my god, I wanted to see his talk, but he wasn't there. Just a bunch of anime people came in. And he said, yeah, they didn't tell him that he couldn't do it. And I missed him. And I was like, oh my god, wild, and he was like, this is really strange because he's never had, you know, he said like he's had a couple of other people come up to him, and he's a YouTuber, and he's got a business on the side, and I just say to him, I will promote him as well. So I was thinking, I need to get in to do this, and he said what he would do is he would send me stuff if I promote his shop, you know, and I'm happy to do that. I was like, oh my god, this is exciting. I'm like meeting him, and he's like, this is equally the same. I mean, he's not heard of me before, but he was like, this is really nice to meet someone who's really excited to meet him. Mini war game with Volko. Dark beard. I don't think it is mini war gaming, you know. He didn't have a dark beard. I don't think it's many wargaming. I saw the shirts walking around when I was in cosplay. I saw them, they were there, like people who work for them there. I don't think it's him, I can't think what it is now. No, that's not him. It was somebody else. I just know I can't think who it was. It wasn't Tabletop Tactics. I can see his name. The other king would be like. That will come to me later. I can guarantee it. I'll be asleep and be like, huzzah! You know when you're just determined, because I can't believe I've forgotten his name right now. I also got to meet the son of the D&D creator. I was personally introduced. This is not helping me. Nor is this is nothing. I can't remember what it is now, and I feel really bad because I can't think who they are. Oh well. Someone. When I see his face, I'm going to be like, it's him. So UKG is definitely worth going, and that was mainly on the Sunday when all the content creators come out. Probably because it's quiet. I would recommend it. So it's not just like Warhammer. They obviously do like board games, tabletop RPG. It's a bit of something for everyone. I'd recommend the 3 days though. We did buy a 3-day ticket and we went for 2 days because we ended up getting Warhammer World. I would definitely recommend 3 days. Split it up. We didn't even get everywhere. Didn't even go to that because it was split over the NEC and the NEC. Didn't even make it to the Hilton. I'm just happy I got to meet the famous Crazy Red Fridge on YouTube. Oh, that's fantastic. Must admit that is one of my. It was like kind of like an OC. I guess you could claim it actually is an OC. Original character. Like in the cosplay world. Hang on, I'm just trying to make sure I'm gonna. I just thought, let's make it. So I did. I've been so busy running for my main house, I haven't got time for anything. I've done in 4 or 5 weeks. Yeah, so please, wherever I please. Ah, that would be nice. Yes, I know that feeling, and it was really sweet that people are like, "Are you gonna do a cosplay? Like, you're not doing a big cosplay this year?" I was like, "No, I have not had any time at all this year to do it. Just from January to like all the way through July, so until August, basically half the year, I've had stuff on. I've been here, there, and everywhere. Whether it's social, I've been here. I've had that on. Well, I'm not complaining, but also it means like I haven't had time to make a cosplay, which is unfortunate. I can't remember what green I fucking used. What green are you? You are probably this one. So I know when July is out the way, as I said, like, oh, I got really bad hand at the moment. So this weekend's out. I have one weekend where I am working. Yeah, it's nice. And the rest, it's just busy. And I'm thinking, like, when it gets to, I haven't got my glasses on, have I? Wait, is this the one? Yeah. August, I'll have a lot more planned. And I do want to do actual, like, Warhammer games, but I need a proper rig setup. So, like, drop down cameras, I need other cameras, I need a setup, maybe go as far as getting like, maybe not necessarily iPads, but like something like that, potentially to make it easier. I think that's what like Liam Dempsey's now done, but it's not essential. But then you can just quick and easy just scroll, and you don't need to like look on your phone. And do like mini kind of like battle reports, but like, for example, here is like my overlord, this is what he can do, that kind of thing. I guess you spent ages making something like that, you'll have to wear it to other places. That's the thing as well, and I really wanted to take my power armor to this con at the weekend, but it's because it's regional, so I can't then re-enter it into the cosplay competition because the judges know me and they also judge the London one, so they'll be like, you have already competed in this. But I am planning on taking it to another one, so if you are, I'll say local, well I'm not quite local, but I think my friends are going to Necron, so I'll be staying and going to that one next, and I'm planning to take it there. It'll be a lot easier there though, because my friends haven't really got to carry anything. I just have to get from the car and that'll be it, and then just stand there. So I'm going to do exactly like what the Warhammer guy does, is just stand at the entrance. He usually stands there by the toilets, and that's what I'm going to do, is just literally just stand there, and people come to you. I don't have to go in, be there for a little while, and then change. Change out of it. I might go in the, I think they have like a cosplay parade, but even still it's really hard, but it's a lot easier because they will have a front bit where you can walk into, which in a big cosplay you can't get up the steps. So I did want to take it this weekend, but I actually wanted to join myself. And then I think my friends as well, because we were meeting some other people, and one of my squires had come up especially, hadn't properly met everybody before. I was just like, you know what, this is also their time. But at least at the next one I'll be like, just place me here, and then I'll just stand here, and then I'll just waddle back to the car and take off. Or that would be the plan anyway. So I did do Necron in my red fridge last year. I probably won't be taking that this year. I'm hoping to work on another cosplay for them. They're even walking around, I'll say hello. Jamie from YouTube, yes. Come and say hi. I know at UKGE next year, I think there's a couple of us who I have met through streaming. Don't moan at me, I'm going to bend that back. And I said, you know, there's people who go, people who didn't manage to go this year. I was like, well, if everyone's going, then we'll arrange like a meet-up. And that's going to sound really strange, but I'll be like, I've never done a meet-up. So be like, I will be here at this time if you want to come and see me and say hi and meet me. I'm at that point now where I'm like, oh, I can literally do a meet-up, but like, come. A meet and greet thing. I'm not expecting like thousands of people. It'll just be like the, oh, you know me from my little streams. Which I like to think might be quite fun. Literally trying to concentrate there. Do yes, I never been to a thing like that, but probably. Yeah, I imagine it'd be quite fun. Imagine you've got to be quite bigger than me. Like, I was actually part of, I suppose you could call it a meetup. A Daisy, if you know Daisy. I was invited to his 30th birthday party and he had rented a place out. And we called it, in the end we called it like an international meetup because there was people who literally came over from America just for the weekend to meet him. And these are people who he's met via the game, via his streams. They come into his streams and they play with him. We were literally everywhere. There's UK, one from Germany, one from the Czech Republic, but technically he is a friend from school. And also his family moved to New Zealand, so he's a bit mixed. There was 2 Russians, and they said one day, I love this quote. They were, him and his wife or partner were out having like breakfast one day, and somebody was like, oh, you know, interesting accent. You're Russian. I think he said he had to say it. No hate to Russia, obviously. Right now, he found the funny side of this. He was like, yes. I was like, what are you doing here then? I'm on an international meeting. And they were like, apparently their face was like, here? Of all places? It's hilarious. And he's like, he looks like a bloke you wouldn't want to cross either. You know what I mean? And he says that was just hilarious. So that was quite fun. It's weird because people don't, you know, your mind goes, what's my name? But they don't know, and it was like, hey, Barnaby's wife, they don't know what she looked like, and they were like, so they're coming up to me and going, hello, and you are, and then, what connection are you, and it's like, the wife, ah, okay, I'm not the wife, but, you know, or the mother, or, who are you? Obviously the mother's a little bit easier. But it was good fun. And he paid for all of it. And it's literally some, like, I said, like, never met any of them in real life. I thought that's living the dream. But he's like one of the top Daisies. thought, what a comeback day. He said it was in like a little seaside town place that he'd rented this out. So it's not even like London where you think, okay, yeah, rushing on a business meeting. I mean, like you said, he's tattooed, he's got piercings, he's basically lives in trackies. And it's like, I'm here on a business meeting. International business meeting. What? That was really nice. So people literally had travelled in specifically. That's the only like YouTube meetup, streaming meetup that I've done. Was this year. All expenses paid for. As well. Didn't have to. No, like. I think the place slept like 13 people on the coast. I'd hate to think how much that was. It was like, nope. Bit of draw, I read it now. I unfortunately cannot afford to do that myself for my all lovely viewers. I think it goes other way. People commentaries. Exactly, it's so normal. You know, you can tell a generational thing as well. So like when I'm talking to people going, you know, this is my job, and then you go, well, this is actually what I do in the evenings, and it is so alien. The fact that, you know, I go online and like yourself, like I'm speaking to you, or like we had somebody in from Germany. It's like alien. Oh, I forgot to do his other bit. I don't think we're going to finish him tonight, to be fair. But it's so normal. So like my mod Watts, first time I met him was in Necron and I was dressed as the fridge. But I've known him for years, and bearing in mind he'd been my mod for a long time. Literally we met through the love of Fallout, and so he's my 3D printer guy. And I knew what he was going as, and he knew what I was going as. And when we first met, it was like, oh my god, this is really weird. But like, this is almost like, feels like, to me it was like, I'm meeting like a really important person in my life. It's like almost like a mini celebrity. And he was like, yeah, but I'm also meeting you, which is equally really weird. And we literally become like best friends. I've seen him like a couple of times as well. But you know, you have them friendship groups. It's true. You have some of the best people who just come across into your streams, and that's why I like to try and create like a relaxed, I don't know why I said not quite like that, but like a really relaxed kind of like atmosphere suitable for like everyone. And it was really fun because he came down to the con just been. I was really weird because then I was like, oh, you know Chesh. I was like, I can introduce you to Chesh because Chesh is going. Oh, you know Moustache Guy. I was like, oh, that's Moustache Guy. You know on my Discord, yeah? I said, well, that's them. So I got to like introduce them to people who I had even just met in real life, and be like, these people I've never seen. It was a really weird sort of surreal feeling, you know. And like, hey, Barnby had never done anything like that before for his birthday when he did that meetup, and he was like, this is really weird. I said, it is weird. I said, it's like when I first met my mod Watts, it's so bizarre because you've spoken to him, you know you get on alright, but you have no idea, like they had no idea what he looks like because he streams without a camera. So it's even weirder for them. So they sort of come in and go, obviously they can recognise he's got quite a distinct voice. It's just like, they come, hello, and you are? And then, so you're trying to remember like what their names are, and I was like, this is really surreal. I've met some of them, and I've kind of got in contact, and I was like, if I ever go back up to like Birmingham, I can go and meet up with some of them. I didn't get a chance to once at UKG yet. We had hoped so, but Didn't quite work out, unfortunately. I don't know, like some of his friends are like, yeah, you need to collab with me. They're crazy, and I'm like, it hasn't happened yet, but I can't imagine it would, if you know what I mean. It's actually weird. It's weird because you just think this is really strange. You're here in person. But not in a stalkerish way, if you know what I mean. I like to point out. And now we're like really good friends. I mean, I could think of worse people to do friends with. You know, he does 3D printing. Bonus. I do joke and go, who else will I be friends with, you know? Think of worse people. I'm so busy. I said my friends are online communities. It's the best way, right? But they are true. So long as going through like a really difficult patch, a lot of people like online would just like message you going, hey, you're right, I'm just checking in. And I'm like, this is incredible. These people have never met me. They don't know what's going on. You kind of think they have no reason to care, but they do. It's nice. This is why I like to try and create like a really nice community. Like I say, if you've got any questions, whether it's like painting or, you know, there's somebody who's always going to be in my Discord to like pick it up. Nice. I'd love a 3D printer, but then I have a guy. And because of me, he's now like incredibly busy. Not by my own personal requests, but by meeting other people. Antonio, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in. Welcome in. How fantastic. Thank you. That we did really well. Like, my goal is to reach like 1,000 subs on both Twitch and YouTube by the end of the year. And we're not doing too badly. I did go on like a big break from Twitch and for content for quite a while. So basically I go off like the YouTube numbers because I think, well, it's almost the same. But I had to have a break for personal reasons. And it's sweet that people are like, you should stream more, and I'm like, I would, but unfortunately work calls. You know, I always think if I ever starting to make like, if I can stream and make that money, I would obviously stream more, but as I don't make what I make in an hour, you know, if you know what I mean, it's got to justify itself. I mean, I enjoy it because it's the time I'll be sociable and I get to sit down and actually paint or game. At the moment, I'm on a painting run. Oh, I'm starting to get really tired now. I'm going to finish this one pipe. But obviously, like, I also need a break, so I stream 3 times a week. That's obviously not really going to be happening in July. I think there is 1 week in July where I will be doing my 3 streams. Oh, I know this is failing miserably. Yeah, 1 week out of July where I'm going to be on my usual schedule. which is mad. I should be streaming tomorrow, but I need to double check on, say, friends' plans, because they are literally like, one of them is coming up specifically from Somerset for a friend's birthday party on the weekend, and this has only just been arranged, and I do know the person does know whose birthday it is, just in case they're listening and they're like, My Soundstripe does this. Oh, I don't know. That's loud. That's loud. Achieving loads. Winner, thank you. It is incredible where I just think where I first started off in lockdown as an idea is now like people know who I am. And that's the weirdest. It's great, but it's also like mind-boggling, you know, that people expect me now to turn up. Like they were like, not just like one person, people are like, are you not doing a big cosplay this year? Like they're expecting me to turn up and be in a cosplay for the finals, and for the competition. I was like, I really love that, but I'm also like, I've won it for 2 years straight. Let's just let someone else win. Not to be big-headed, but you know, I said I've had enough stress this year. I don't want to focus on a new cosplay, but I mean I do. There's plenty that I want to do, don't get me wrong. So I'll be very busy. I get to do it. Right, I'm just making sure that is. Let me put that there so I can actually see. So he's looking good. So if you do go to Necron, you might see me. I think my friends are going to go for 2 days. I think I generally only go for 1, but if my friends are travelling, I will travel as well to come up. So he's like almost done. I just need that. Oh no, I've lost where I put it now. At the top, this is why I want that at the top. But it's incredible. So like being picked up, so like if I get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, somebody has said that they will send me some stuff. Some like tabletop stuff. Pretty cool. And some decent brushes. But these are nice and cheap and cheerful. I'm just gonna put a little bit of nylon in between the cracks. So it's kind of have to sort of just see myself. Good. One is, no problem. I don't work anymore and have to finish my house, and then also got to finish that, pay my rental monies. Alright, so you just like fix up for houses. End of September. Is oh god. He's looking. Just adding like the detail. I like to do it, get so far, and then I look back on it and think, oh, I need to do that. So adding some on like the other details, so I was just adding a little bit of shading. Can't remember what. No. Nope. 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 That's gold. Is it not here? That might be the, that's purple, that's not, that's not. That's not, that's not, that's not. That's not. That's nope. Ah! That's the colour I was looking for. So that's nice. Colour combo. Thank you! I like how the red and green kind of like offset each other. If you know what I mean. So it's very similar. All like the colour scheme. So these are kind of like a little work in progress. I haven't done the blades yet because I want to do them all together and get the technique down. So that's why their blades haven't been done. But they're all using the same kind of colour scheme. Oh, I should have done the end in the silver. Glasses on for this. I don't like these Citadel brushes, they're really expensive and they're really frayed. This is one I'm just going to have to bring it in a little bit closer so I can see what I'm doing. Hold on a second. Oh, the light doesn't work anymore, which is annoying. I need to charge it. Shiny chrome network was like Terminator style, yes. I love how you can literally do them however you like. Like some people do like pink space marines. Like my friend with them troopers, he's just like paint one a normal colour and then do what you like. And I'm like, this is dangerous. It's very dangerous. No, I'll do them like, I've agreed with him, I'll do them like box colours. If that makes sense. So they are like Games Workshop kind of themes. So you're not really going to be able to see that colour. But I've done the staff in the brown. Silver, that's silver. I might need to. What can I cover that with silver? I might be able to cover that with silver. Just adding like the little kind of details. Whereas that should be that colour too. You've got paint skills. Thank you! I definitely like increased, like the more I do, obviously the more I'm learning. I learned a lot from people, so I was like, I've met so many new people from this. That's not the green, is it? That's not the green. This is the green. Like, this is the thing, like, I've picked up so many tips all just by doing. I saw sand Necrons with crackle paint online. Ah, that's quite like sand crackle paint. I've done the base as like crackle green. I might bit my lip. Ignore the green lumps because I did that last time I streamed. So they are, because there was holes in the base. You can just see a little bit of green poking out. So that will be painted to look like the rest of the base, even though the green does look quite cool, like that. Almost like a green rock, so I'm now like, I could keep it, but... A little neck trim. I love doing bases so much. Oh, they're so good, aren't they? It just really does pull it in together. That didn't last, did it? It's like finish off the model when you use it. So I just have to get it. Face is epic. Keep with the Necron green. Like a little tutorial video on how I haven't had a chance to do that. Like this is such a small thing. So it's really easy to do. So I'm using like the Tesseract green. So whenever you're using like the base, you have to put a white and then put the Tesseract green on. I have to think what it's called then. So I've got the Corax white. And then you put the Tesseract glow on top, which is quite a Necron green colour. And then you put the Crackle base on top of that. Well, actually you add PVA glue, because the PVA glue will make sure before you put the Crackle base on that it holds the bottom paint in place, so it isn't going to pull all that paint off that you've just done, and revealing the actual base underneath. That's better. So the Tesseract green comes like this, which is lovely because then it sits at the bottom, so you have to really shake it or mix it. You can tell I haven't used this one for a while, so it's not going to mix properly, so you actually have to like stir it. Well, this is how we're going so far. So he's almost done. Like, I will go around and actually put like green glowy eyes on all of them as well. Pretty good. So he's almost done, and then I just need to do the rock and any like touch-ups. And I think there's another scarab on the back. There is. But I want to make sure he's all done, and then do his like his glowy orbs. So he's got some orbs. So you put the white on, and then you put the glow green, and then you use some of that. I used that rug off green to then create that kind of effect. So it looks like it is like an orb itself. So I'm leaving the blades for a purpose. There you go, I want that. That has a green. I like the moot green too. I think the moot green is. I mean, I've heard of moot green colour before, and I can't remember who it was with either. I would like to say, but I've heard of moot green before. I use them. Oh, Martian Iron Crust, I think it is. I have got some other ones. I've got. I don't think it's actually here. Is it a grey? That gives more like. Oh, I've zoomed in really too far, haven't I? Gravelly kind of stony look, and then I have got a brown which I use on my Daughters of Cain to give quite like an earthy, muddy look. And then I've got the whatever the black's called, Modern Earth. It was super nice. Thank you! Oh, I was going to show you some other models, wasn't I? Let's zoom back out a bit. We are zooming, it's just a bit slow on that screen. My better ones are on my Reanimator, I think, personally. So that's my Reanimator. All done. My Reanimator. This is my Void Dragon. With a little glow. So he is missing that bit, but that bit is literally behind. I just need to go over, you know, like correct or make sure everything is okay. So this is I call it my spider. So I need to, this was bought secondhand. I have got the dude that sits on top. I mean, if they had spray paint in this green, I would leave it. But I am deciding to paint strip. And then do it in the same colour scheme. This is part of my Doomsday arc, which is taking me a long time to finish. Part of it. I've got to paint strip my gunslinger. This was second-hand model. Oh, there's the other bit to him. The spider. I've got to paint strip these as well. I like how they've done the base, because they've literally put like, oh, it's lifting up, but oh, that could be quite handy. It's actually lifting up. I mean, I could potentially paint over them, but their whole bases aren't going to match my thing, my colour chart. Who else is here? Oh, there's the other part of my Doomsday arc. And then the other orbs as well in there. This is a work in progress, that's why it's in pieces! And then my other little bits are away. So my Necron warriors will look exactly kind of similar with the rune old brass on top. Oh, there's mine. A bit broke off it, but I can stick it back on. So this again needs to be paint stripped because it looks quite thick. But I like how they've done the base, so it looks like it's really muddy. So it's quite nice use of how they've done the base. Excuse me, but I need to change it. I'll come on great too. And paint strip is the way. Mismatch guys, and I mean it's not the way. It is not the way, is it? So I need to strip him first, I think. My gunslinger will do for now because he's kind of green and that gold, and there's a bit of red on him. But you can tell the base is different. I mean, I might try and do the base, but I think I'd rather paint him myself because everyone else is literally this colour scheme. And then my spider I've got to do, my gunslinger. And then my only other character I've got left to do is this chap here. Which I've got his name. Overlord? Overlord. So then they'll come together. Which is quite fun. So they will look eventually like this beast. No shade of brown on base for sure. Thank you. Yes, this is like, I know people ask like what faction, what am I going for. I've literally gone, I like this Rune Lord brass, and then I've just made up the rest. So this is actually a suggested Necron base colour, but then I wash this grimy green on top, more water on grime on top to give it slightly changes it makes it a little more greeny, obviously green, but like bronzy. And it's sticking with the green. I wasn't sure to stick with the green or go a different kind of colour like pink, but I thought I like the green. And then when they're actually down, so obviously like I need to tidy his base up, do the rim, and there's like bits I just need to go over to like correct. You know when there might be a little bit of like red has splashed, you know, to tidy up. So it's bits like what I've got to do with my Voyage Dragon. I have got a monolith. Monolith isn't actually mine, it belongs to a friend who no longer plays. It is in similar like bronzy colours, but I don't think I would repaint it. It clearly doesn't look right, and it's the old one, so it's got the plastic green. It's not the new version though, so it isn't actually on a base either, but it's not the new version. Someone said obviously if I took a tournament I wouldn't be allowed, but I'm not going to go to a tournament. And it's still basically the same size, but it's just different, so it's all plastic now, whereas that has got the green see-through kind of plastic orb. Oh, Ross, it's lovely, that chromatic colour. It's really nice. It's a really nice colour, isn't it? The most I've ever used it was for this army, and I need a new one to finish off everywhere. Especially if I've got some other couple of more models to do, but I do like it. And then I think like contrast, to me personally, contrast with the silver on like pieces. Like I have got his finger, I just need to stick it down. And that's why I went with like the dark green and the red. To like, I like red. Making a flesh get lost would be nice. It says shade on those. That sounds very familiar. Seraphim. Here you go. I have got that shade. So I can always add that on. So I use Nulon and then put the grime directly on top. But I have got that, and that will give it that nice brown like you can use on like the Custodes, which you just spray paint gold, and then you just whack that on. Painted. Done. But I have got that shade. Maybe I will try it, especially like in the joints. So like in like the elbows, as you can see where it's like there. Yeah, I'll give that a go and just see. Give it a more depth. That's what I like doing. This is what I'm here for. We all learn about like everything, or another suggestion might actually work better. I'm going to leave that out. But I think I will end there. I'm not going to do any more painting now because I'm now like really tired now. But I will be back tomorrow, and I can feel like my voice is going. To be fair, I have been out. But I will be back tomorrow. So I do Tabletop Tuesdays. Let's lay them down so you can actually see. We'll stick in a bit of the base, shall we? There we go. So I do Tabletop Tuesdays, trying to say it properly, Tuesdays. I didn't this week because it was too damn hot. Fallout Fridays, so tomorrow we'll be doing something Fallout-y, whatever. I might be playing it because I've been told it is actually Meat Week this week, which would be quite fun, and I'm dressed as Shally the Moo Moo. I love Shally the Moo Moo. Or we might be painting some more Scorched Beast Queen, or painting some other models. I haven't actually spray painted anything. I haven't actually played Fallout in a long time either. So there won't be a stream on Saturday. Can't be actually too late either tomorrow night, but I will be on time. And then I tend to do Fun Day Sundays, which means anything goes. At the moment, we have been painting, but I said there won't be a stream this Sunday. There should be a stream tomorrow, unless I hear otherwise. Because in case we're all going to meet up and go to the pub, but I don't think we will because I know one of the party members has got something else on. But I'll see. So I will be doing it on my socials, on my Discord, because it's sort of like I've only just seen my friends at con, and I probably won't be seeing them again until next year. That kind of thing. There won't be a stream this Sunday because it's Mama Crazy's 70th birthday. We'll just put it out there. Then there will be a stream on Tuesday. I have a feeling I am working late because I'm working all day, so it might be 8:30, and again I can't stream too long because then I'm going to bed and then I'm going away. So there will only be one stream next week unless I can fit one in on the Monday. But so I need to do like a little announcement thing, so like a stream schedule for July. Then there won't be another one, and then the following week it'll be normal, and then the last week of July there'll be one again, because then I'm off to a festival at the end of July. So, oh, music has stopped. Prime time. So there won't be one then, and then it'll resume perfectly normal back in August. Totally. Thanks for the chat, been fun. Oh, no worries at all. I'll check your streams and stuff again for sure. Thank you. Like I said, I am so backed up with content. I have been backed up for months, even some points from last year. But I say it's just been hectic. So like this month, it's been maybe when I'm away, if I'm chilling, I might be able to post. I won't be able to really edit anything. That's why my posts and everything else is kind of a bit few and far between. So it's just crazy busy. Crazy busy, but this is good. And then August, I'm really going to try and get back into really posting more and more content. I would like to up my streams, but then trying to figure it with work. I really want to do like Warhammer, tabletop, kind of like battle reports, Fallout factions, game. But it's just life. It is just life at the moment. But I knew this from the start of the year that this is going to be for the next 7 months. Since January, for the next 7 months. It's just there's been something on. Which is nice for a change, right? But thank you so much everyone for coming in and having a good chat, and new followers as well. Like, we're slowly reaching towards that goal of 1,000 followers and subscribers on YouTube as well. So we are going to raid out onto Twitch, because that's something that I always do. I always like to raid out, so I'm going to see who is on, or we might raid someone else, because I don't stream on Thursdays. Are generally my only day off in the week, so I don't really stream. But I mean, we'll see. Oh, what's the person picture? I don't understand. They have a weird... I think it's a redemption. Let me have a look. So I said I will be... Got a bit let's have a look. Dance into this. We'll be back tomorrow night. Something Fallout related. Whether we're going to be painting or whether I will be playing it, I'm not entirely sure yet. I swear my voice has not recovered from con. I suppose because it's been quite warm as well. Why are you not showing me anything? Same category, please. Oh, let's not do that one. Same category, please. It'll be a YouTube superstar before you know it. Thank you. I do need to get one because whenever I make a TikTok, I post it to YouTube. That's why they're always covered in my TikTok things. My watermark. I'm just trying to find. Someone's got the same glasses as me. See, these ones are quite nice because they've either got, like, you can wear it as a headpiece like goggles, or you can wear it as like glasses, so you've got a back strap. Trying to find. Ooh. Oh. Be right back. Okay. Don't want honey in the morning. Will soothe the crackers. I did actually buy more honey today. Because it's all fun and games, but you know, I think because it's so warm, so I'm gonna just have a lot. I might even have some, like, a spoonful of honey. No. Why is somebody got hamsters? Somebody's just, you got a picture of hamsters. Miniature painting. I don't know what they're doing, but they're doing something. Should we go into this person? It looks like a jinx. It looks like they're painting a jinx. Should we go into this one? Let's go in this one. So, why is this sounds quite like sim-like music. It is a jinx, I can tell. They're only doing like the body, the upper half, and the arms, and now they've turned it around. I'm like, that's definitely jinx. We'll go raid this person. But oh no, if I leave Twitch, what is their name? I have to do these separately because so if you're in Discord, Twitch, they will work. They won't work if I put them over into one, so I have to do one and then the other. So if you're not following me and you want to, here are my links. I also have a Discord. You can find me on basically every social media apart from Facebook, but I'm everywhere else. Right, let's go raid channel. Let's see if I can find that person again. Yes, they are there. Yeah, and so I'll be back tomorrow doing something Fallout related because that's where I am. I am a Fallout cosplayer. Let's leave to the Simba music, shall we? What are we doing? We're not going to leave immediately. Okay, good, because sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. I'm just going to spin that around. So, thank you so much, everyone. I said there'll be one stream tomorrow night. Potentially, there should be. I will find out what exactly is happening, and I'll put it on my Discord and my socials. If not, there will be one on Tuesday. I will maybe try and fit one in on Monday night. I'm not entirely sure yet. If I will, it might just be the one. So, only one, at the moment, one stream, maybe 2 streams next week. I will keep you posted, and then there won't be one until the following week. So, I will need to do a stream schedule. Maybe I'll do that now. I don't know. I'm not sure. Monday is question markable. That went out. Thank you so much, Jammy, and hopefully I get to speak to you soon. And who knows? May see you soon. Right, we are gonna raid. We've got all 19 viewers. We are raiding over from Twitch. So thank you so much. This is where we will then leave YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, so we're gonna go and see this person who's doing a painting a jinx over on Twitch. But thank you so much.